Yeah, it's a fourth episode of the English Talk. My name is Mtumba as usual. We do have different people with different profession, and we try to look into the importance of English in their career. And today we have one of the greatest presenters in Tanzania. I can call him GOAT, the greatest of all the time. It's called ezdenjumanne. He's right now an inspiration speaker, but also at maker, right? Yeah, welcome my brother.
Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. No, it's a great honor to be here with you.
Yeah. It's English. I mean, talk of course, fourth episode, and I'm very happy. I'm so honored. I'm so privileged to have you on this episode. We got some questions here.
All right, no problem. By the way, before we go, why don't you give me the cap so I can mention it myself? It's on my room, you know.
Nah, really. I started going bald in my early 20s. So
all right, no problem.
I think you need to reveal this secret, okay? All now, ezdenjumanne, you've been posting. First of all, let me appreciate what you've been doing.
All right, thanks.
You've been posting a lot of inspiration videos on your Instagram account and others on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't subscribed to YouTube channel, the Ezden's YouTube channel, just go now and subscribe.
Definitely.
It is called Success Path, right?
Yeah, Success Path, but it's only youtube.com/ezdenjumanne.
All right.
Yeah, the same way.
And they can get there by just by only clicking the bio. I mean, the link on your bio.
Yes, it's there on my Instagram bio. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I've been very fan of your programs. That's the first thing I'd like to tell you now.
Appreciate.
Yeah, and one day I remember I had been coming across the comments before your videos.
All right.
And many comments I saw there were about the difficult they got from your English. You've got that English episode. It's called.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I have this. I have an English. It's a podcast.
It's a podcast.
Yeah, I have an English podcast. Which runs weekly. Yeah, it's called Success Path Podcast.
Success Path Podcast.
Yeah.
I once was coming across some comments on that podcast.
I understand.
Yeah, and many comments were just complaining the language you use, man. it was not understood. It was not understood at all.
I get it. People are crazy.
So your reply was always like, I've got a lot of videos on this channel, so you can jump into another video. It's not necessary. It's not an obligatory thing.
Just pick yours. Find what's yours.
Now it seems to be a problem, and it needs to be solved.
Definitely.
What are strategies have you got so far in order to make sure that those people inspired to read books know English in order to they can easily read them books? You've also been inspiring people too.
Oh yeah. First of all, as long as you've touched that, let me just say something about it.
Okay.
Why I decided to start the English podcast. First of all, because to me, and actually this is gonna go as an advice for those people who always like to speak this English. I worked with an English radio station back in the days, Kiss FM for the days-based music for 3 years, and plus then another station in Nairobi is called Virtual Radio, VOTU, Voice of the Underground. Yeah. So those are the places where I used to present in English full time, you see.
All right.
But then you see, English is quite different from any school stuff. I say English is just a language like any other language. So for anybody to speak or to cover it well, all you need is just oral practice to be speaking more and more. So you see, like these days, I can say even 6 months. Before the podcast, I used to stay 3 to 6 months without speaking English with nobody, because nobody comes around, or comes my way who speaks English. Everybody that's Swahili speak 100%. So I can really admit that thing of not speaking all the time takes me down a little bit. It makes me start struggling whenever I start to speak.
All right.
I don't know what it's like. Yeah, because you see, it's not my mother tongue.
Yeah.
It's a language that I've learned.
Yeah.
I've learned, from later stages, I can say. Didn't born speaking it, what I'm saying? It was also
it's not a mother tongue.
Oh yeah, it's not a mother tongue. So it really takes it with difficult whenever you don't have I can say a practicing platform, a platform where you can be practicing speaking every day, all the time with people, even if you ain't making mistakes, but that's how you grow, So when you don't have that, it's gonna be a problem. Learning any other language is gonna be a problem. Like right now, I'm facing it too, is I'm learning Arabic right now. You can see.
All right.
Ain't nobody around is speaking that thing.
Yeah.
So I just go to YouTube. Even some of the sheikhs, they don't really speak it so well. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so I decided to start the podcast as one of a platform to me, just to to make sure that I'm in the area, I'm in the right circumstance. I can say that let's say each week I record in English, each week I speak English, you know, I'll be so free like there in a program discussing this, discussing that, advising people, you know, things like that. So you see, some other people always complain, saying such things like, yo, come on man, we don't understand, just put some Swahili content and stuff. But it's a strategy to me to stay where I am right now, because you see, like the career path that I've just chose, it's like can take me very far. What if someday I'll be invited to places like South Africa, maybe to speak to students? Now imagine, now I go there. Now what are you gonna do? Speak Swahili?
Nah, really.
No, you can't. You know, so you need to practice.
Yeah.
So you can't speak it really well. If you always speak Swahili.
Right.
Even if you know English, then you don't speak that much, it just goes away. Because it's like muscles. If you don't hit the gym and keep, you know, flexing with them, just exercising them, the muscles go away.
Yeah, sure.
Then till you start going to the gym again. And so English or any other thing that needs to learn is like a muscle. You need to train it every now and then.
So now, how do we help these people who we really want them to be very good readers, but the problem is English, and they have been complaining on pages as you can see. How do we help these people, especially you as a podcaster?
Yeah. All right, thanks, man. Okay, the first thing is always just to cut down that complaining habit. You just need to stop it. Stop complaining first of all. You know what I'm saying? Because I read so many books. And within the books that I read, there is one thing that it always repeats itself in so many books. Then if you see something that repeats itself, that means it's the truth.
Yeah.
Therefore, we attract to things. You see, if I like something, I attract it my way. Then if I hate it, it's like I'm chasing it. It goes far away from me. Then how will you know English if you just hate it? You hate people who speak English, you hate English books, then you'll be like, I wish to speak English one day. It's going to be a problem.
The spirit of you reading books.
So the spirit is to just like it first of all. Just fall in love with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So try with books. There are those simple little books, you know, books for kids. They have those little stories, just stories, you know, story books. You just go read those books. Then maybe you'll start improving little by little. And also find people who can speak. Try to practice oral practice. I'm talking about
the time when you started reading books.
Yeah.
Were you able to speak even now?
Oh no, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. To me, I can say my case is a bit different. Maybe let me take you there. I actually grew up from a family where English wasn't a language in the house. You know. Even the school that I went, you know what I'm saying, I never been to these English medium schools.
Yeah.
I've been to these Kayumba schools, we call them, you know what I'm saying. You go there with a broom and gallon of water on the other hand, you know what I'm saying. It's like that every day for 70 years, you know what I'm saying. Even English teachers can't speak English.
Can't speak it. And when you start speaking English, they hate you. Like
it's like you're pretending to be an American or something like that. So, all right, so no problem. But what really made my case clear, TV. I was in standard 6. So I used to like English programs. I don't know why. Didn't know English, but I used just to love it. Now, this case doesn't happen to everybody. You know, some cases just happen for a few. No problem, no worries. It's like, so you see, I just used to love those English programs, English movies, and specifically for those are the blacks, you know, say the black Americans. I used to love the way they speak, and actually it really affected me a lot. It affected my English even when I reached the secondary school. I was, you know, my English was like that.
And your English sounds American.
Somehow, though I'm really trying to reduce it. And these days, alhamdulillah, I can say it's not like that.
Because I saw the comment there, you're speaking like American, who can understand you.
Back in the days, even you remember back in the days when I was at Kiss FM, it was like that. And I was hosting hip hop shows. So what do you expect?
Kiss collabo.
What do you expect? You know, in hip hop shows, it's like that. What's going on? You show me right here.
You gotta have that tag patches now.
It's like the tag tag. Like that. So TV was the first thing. Then when I had it first time when I had it from my school teacher, the school teacher was actually telling us to speak English all the time. So he gave us a secret that books is one of the biggest secrets for people to understand and to be able to speak English. So I started with books again. I was like, okay, so I started buying those little story books and a lot. So imagine I started buying books at Standard 7, Form 1, buying books.
Now, how many books do you have right now?
A lot of books, man. A lot of books. I don't know. I don't have the right number, but I've read a lot.
By the way, if
reading a lot,
if you just wanna start reading, Asden has got a lot of books that he can sell to you wherever you're ready. Just check him out on his Instagram page as ezdenjumanne, right?
Yeah, definitely. So for those who really like reading, the business of reading books, I can also recommend good books.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Depending on your career
on your
path,
level of English,
the level of understanding, or anything that. If I talk to you somehow, I can tell you what kind of books you need to read.
Instead of going to bookshops and buy books, they can't even tell you what books suit you and all that shit.
Definitely, you can waste your time and your money because you can buy something that doesn't even suit you.
Sure. Yeah, that's it. Now, Asden, you do ads. You do Swahili ads and you do English ads, right?
Yes, definitely.
So, what the difference? I'm talking about the difference of price and difference of difficulty between English and Swahili.
Man, are you asking about my prices? You want me to say my prices right now?
Yeah, an issue.
No, that's a
because there's a lot of people out there want to need your service, but they just afraid like, this nigga's been a media and
if you need my services, if you need ads, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a company, if you're a businessman, businesswoman, then you need me to do your adverts. You need adverts from me. You just need to contact me. Then you see, we can't. I don't really have those general prices because sometimes we speak. If you come to me as Mr. Mtumba, you just need a simple ad for your channel. It's going to be different with how I'm going to talk to a person, let's say a marketing manager from Tigo company, let's say Airtel, Vodacom or whatever. Let's say the story is going to be different.
So the price is negotiable.
The price, yes, negotiable. And but they really differ somehow because those for English ads they're always higher than Swahili ads.
All right. So that's the difference of price. Now let's talk about the difference of recording there. Like even the both you need to record maybe a Swahili or English.
Okay, there is a difference as well. Remember I said earlier that English is not my mother tongue. You can always really experience the hardness in it, just somehow. Not so much, To me, it's a little bit easy sometimes. See, but Swahili recording is more easier than.
Because Swahili is your mother tongue.
Yes, but then listen, when it comes to writing, now for me it's easier to write in English than Swahili.
Okay, than Swahili.
No, you see that? It's crazy.
You share with us a little bit more about how you started reading books, and English was one of the factors which pushed you to to learn books. Now, tell us from the grassroots, the time when you were like, now I just need to learn English, but I don't know what it's that. Did you have a teacher, or you started yourself taking books and a lock inside, start reading some books? How did it happen? Like,
all right.
I can't speak.
Maybe a few strategies I need to lay them out so you guys can understand more. Okay, I remember when I just entered Form 1 after secondary school, after primary school. It's when I discovered the secret that books and oral practice can be the only way. Books and oral practice, which means you need to make sure that you speak most of your time. You speak English so that your time really gets it. And now remember that time because I was this guy who liked to watch these English movies, and I used to follow up what they say. Till I used to bore people when we were watching together. You see, it was crazy because whenever I hear like
nigga, you too noisy.
Honey, let's go. I mean like, honey, let's go. Hey, did you check on him? Hey, please shut up, man. Home there. This guy pretends that he knows English, but he knows nothing, So it's like that. I remember this other day, we had a visitor. I don't remember who he is, but he was a man. He told my parents in my family that day that, you know what? This guy, one day, he'll speak with English. Nah, we don't believe in that. It's like that. Okay, so another strategy. When I entered Form 1, I established a group. Okay. Me and my fellow classmates, we were 5 of us. It was me, somebody called James, Minja, Deogratius, Liatonga.
Those are classmates.
These homies, man.
Yeah.
Salum Makota.
Yeah.
And another guy, Salum Idi as well. See, so 5 of us.
Yeah.
But then, too bad for the 2 of us. They just decided to stay out of the group You see, because people used to hate us a lot.
Yeah.
Saying that we pretending to be the best.
Yeah.
Pretending to be the Americans. Pretending to be, I don't know.
Yeah, you're boastful.
A lot of things made about us. But then you see, I didn't really take that to account because I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I really had to do. So I had a goal, I had a target. So because I had a goal and a target, I had to make sure that I'm going to reach those targets, I'm going to reach those goals. So I didn't really want to think about what others are saying. So I was like the pioneer. I was like the leader in the crew.
Okay.
So I always used to keep those guys together.
Yeah, that's a very important tip for those guys who want to speak English.
Definitely, they need to.
You don't have to give an F for what people talk about.
Definitely.
Yeah, and do your thing.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah.
So you need to have a big picture in front of you, and the big picture should be your goal, should be your target, because that's where you want to go. That's where you want to be. You want to be this guy who can really speak someday. So if you can just, I don't know, lose hope and start listening to what other people are saying, you know, say if they say, oh, you know what, stop pretending to be that, why can't you be like us, then be like them, and you're gonna end up just like them. So you see, I used to keep these guys together, telling them that, guys, listen, whatever these people are talking, whatever these people that are saying about us, you know, it's not true. Those are just opinions. I always say, other people's opinions of you are not your reality. So you see, keep talking about me, but that's not my reality. I know who I am, I know what I do, I know my capabilities, I know my habits. But then imagine it's at school. Everybody pays the school fees and everything. Nobody pays for me over there. So why should I care? So you see, so those two guys stayed apart from the group. Then we stayed just the three of us till the end of time. Man, believe it or not, when we reached the Form 4, I remember people came to me. Like some other guys were just discussing. They were like, yeah, you know what, isn't it? I really wish I started with you. Now you see, that's a regret.
Are you talking about those guys who exclude themselves from the group?
No, not those. Okay. Others just who used to hate.
Okay.
Just among the haters, you know, so those who is there to point fingers at us, you know, say, now come to us and just admitting that we are really the best.
All right.
They really wish they could do the same, just like what we used to do at that level. Then they can't, you know, say, because it's not something that you can just sleep and wake up with it. No, it's not. It's something that you need to work on it for years, maybe.
Now, what about other niggas who started with? I mean, I'm talking about those three niggas who persistently decided to be with you. Shoulder to shoulder. Are they good at these names?
Yes,
right
definitely. They still are. I can't, man. I can't really forget it. One day, you see, I used to go to this gym. There's a gym at Science there. There's a gym at the petrol station right there. So after the gym, I went to a petrol station just to fuel my car. So when I was there, I saw somebody coming from, there's a bank on the other side. I don't know this bank, it's the green, so I don't know, K, whatever. It's a green bank. There's a bank there if you know the area so well. So I saw a guy coming there, like a bank officer, you know. He's working there right now. That's Jamesy. So I saw the man, I'm like, oh, that's my man right there. So he came. Man, I'm telling you. So we used to be crazy, really crazy back in the days. So when he saw me,
bring back the memories.
He was just like that. At the press station, actually, everybody were like, what is this guy doing? So I discovered that. He still got it. He still got it. Yeah, like, man, that's the best thing about it.
And English is not so much applicable in these financial things, no.
Yeah, I'm sure he speaks because, you know, the banking industry. I really believe English is quite applicable in the bank here, because a lot of people speak English over there. Maybe for the customers, they come so they speak what they speak, which is Swahili. But I do believe other officials and all the official matters, everything is in English. So he seriously got a good foundation back in the days that what we started at school.
All right.
Yeah, even the other guy, Dale Gratis, he's really doing it so well. So the three of us, we still got it till this day.
Oh, that's really good. You're talking about Asden, and you're talking about the full package. A man who is a speaker. A man who is a good presenter. A man who is who's got that voice, you know, the thick one. You killed them out a lot. Now, what should somebody do in order to be Asden? I'm talking about those niggas who look up to Asden already. Someone like when they just want to be like Asden. What do they suppose?
I'll say it 3 times. Practice, practice, practice. You know, as we say, practice makes it perfect. Then that's it.
All right.
So practicing will really take you there. And then with serious people, I mean those who can really speak. Find people who can speak. Yeah. Find groups. Find groups where people like to speak it, then have such friends, because if you're hanging around with 9 broke people, you're gonna be number 10.
Number 10.
Yeah, so if you're hanging around with 9 English speakers, you're gonna be number 10.
That's it.
10 English speakers, so that's it.
Yeah.
Read books. Read more books. And actually, for those who are in Dar es Salaam, I think quite soon I'm gonna start something very nice. You see, I always think about how can I protect my English, because it's something that I learned. It's something that I started somewhere. You see, I wasn't born this way. That I always repeat saying that it's not my mother tongue.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not.
So you see, I will think of the ways of how I can protect it. I think we need to protect it.
Yeah, we need to.
In some ways. That's why I read books all the time, watching the right things. But watching and reading, it's not enough. You need to speak. Because you can be reading, watching, then this other day you'll be taken in front of people to express something. Just to express yourself, you fail. Because it's not your thing. Your tongue isn't used to it. So I want to start something. I think I tipped you about it some days ago. Yeah, I told you I want to start an English club. Actually, specifically a debate club. Yeah, so we want to do these debates because I think this is a good thing. And I mean, this other day I was talking to some students around here. So I asked them if they have debates at school. The guy told me no. Even I talked to a kid from St. Mary's, from a school called African School. Even St. Mary's, they don't have debates these days. I mean, debates is everything, man.
Sure, yeah.
I remember debates used to be our thing. We used to love it.
Sure, yeah.
Though a lot of people used to hate it. Debates where they go back benches, back there they hide. They don't want to
themselves.
come out and say something. You say, we used to love it.
I remember back then in school. I used to not go to school and get some debates. It was just conducted to it was Deborah Brands and St. Antonio. Shout out to all my niggas all together by the time. Okay. Well, now it's time to go out of the box, out of the topic. Actually, it's an English talk. So now we go out of the English talk. We're talking about something different.
Oh yeah.
Asden, you've changed a lot. You used to be a presenter, and you decided to quit presenting. Right now, doing all staffs. But most importantly, you are Sheikh. Sheikh Ezden.
Man, I'm not so sure if I'm at that level right now.
You can inspire people. The question is, in the Quran, right? In the Quran, Allah says, "Ba'ud billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Iqra' bismi rabbikal ladhi khalaqa khalaqal insana min 'alaq." Right? Yeah. So that verse Sheikh translated it as we Muslims are supposed to learn about the divine things only. You don't have to learn about anything else but divine things, the life of hereafter. But other Sheikh went further, translating that we are supposed to learn each and every education. Like we're supposed to learn about anything.
Definitely. Right?
Most importantly, let's learn let's learn about the life of hereafter, but we don't have to deny, we don't have to isolate other educations, right?
Yeah.
Because they just refer to the verse of to the hadith of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. طلب العلم فريضة على كل مسلم والمسلمات. Now, what is your perspective in that? Because it's so perplexing. Other sheikhs say we're supposed to learn about divine things, and others say, no, we don't have to do that. We're supposed to learn all educations. All kind of education.
All right, man. I think the true perspective is the one that says we need to take both. We need to learn both about the dunya and the hereafter. Because if we need to neglect, or if we don't need to study anything about the dunya, so why are we here? So that's the question. So why are we here? No, we are here on purpose. There is a purpose for us to be here, and for it to be true trials from Allah, we need to be a part and parcel of the dunya. We need to be the part and parcel of the dunya, and then practice all the right ways to be the righteous. You see, so we need to practice all the right stuff, and to neglect and to leave all the negative ones. But then you see, There is a hadith from the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, though I don't really remember it in Arabic. I can give you the context.
All right, yeah.
It says, he is not the best, the one who follows only matters of the hereafter and neglecting matters of the dunya. Then it goes back again. And as well, he is not the best, the one who follows matters of the dunya, neglecting matters of the hereafter. You see? So you just need to follow both. Yeah, there's no such Muslims like you sleep in a mosque just like that. You're saying, no, I don't want to work
all day long.
There's something called qadr. Allah's just has already written, so it's gonna come. The provision is gonna come to me. I don't want to wait. No, it doesn't happen like that. Right. There is even another hadith that says this guy came with a camel, so he wanted to leave a camel there. Then he asked the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, should I leave the camel here and just pray to Allah that He's gonna protect it, or should I tie it and pray? Rasulullah said, no, you should tie it and pray.
So you should do both things.
Yeah. There is no such type of a Muslim where you can just sleep in a mosque, you don't want to work, and you think maybe Allah is just going to bring you the provisions just because there's a qadr of Allah that everything has already been written for you. You see all your circumstances and everything to the end of your life. No, it's not like that. You should play your part, then believe in Allah, trust in Him. You know, tawakkul, you should have that total trust in Allah, but you should play your part. You should work first. So it's like that. So I don't really think we can always stick to this one perspective that we need to read only matters of the hereafter. No, we need to learn about other things as well. So we need to
learn everything.
Yeah.
All right, so you have to learn everything. You have to work. Don't just live in the mosque and expect Allah to give you rizq in the mosque. Don't expect that like that. My name is Mtumba. This is the English Talk. I was with ezdenjumanne. You can follow me on my Instagram page as Mtumba English, Facebook and Twitter the same name. You can also get Ezden on Instagram as ezdenjumanne.
ezdenjumanne everywhere.
Everywhere.
All the platforms. You know?
Yeah. So until the 5th episode, my name is Mtumba. Let's have some sips here.
All right, definitely, man. Let's have this nonsense. So let's just finish it out, all right? So thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? If you need something, just text me.